Memorializing the past.
Your daily out with me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. This is crazy.
Hey, everybody. It's the program. We're on TV. Oh,
once again, once a day, every day.
Turn on the machines and we start
talking for an hour.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't talk and operate the camera at the same time.
You can and you did and you are.
Well, boo. It's a skill, Carl. You got to learn it.
You're doing it.
You're doing 3 things at once.
Or 2.5.
Or
Or
you're sitting,
1 3/4.
You're operating the camera, you're talking, and you're also thinking.
We're floating in a crazy
Me?
zone, and you're breathing, and your blood's flowing, and you're
Need more processing power.
hearing and feeling.
Need more processing power.
You're fighting off diseases, and probably digesting something, and creating hormones and processing sugars.
I don't need any of that.
Creating digestive fluids and
all kinds of
all that
activity.
stuff.
Yeah. Metabolism.
You're doing all
Your kidneys are going full all the time. Your heart's constantly pounding.
You're doing it
What?
right now.
Me?
Yes. It's Monday. We're back again on the Monday.
You know what that means. You know what that
yeah,
means.
I do. I know what that means.
Tell us, Dan, for the viewers at home.
It is the day that I attend the program.
Yeah.
Yay!
Some people think that the week starts on Sunday, like the calendar and stuff, but really it starts on Monday. And for me on the program, and then Dan comes back and kick off the week, and it's like back again. It's like how I'm telling my clock, internal clock. So
a week is a football now.
A what?
Kick off the week.
Did I
A
say
week is a
kickoff?
football.
But kickoff. I think kickoff comes from football, but it's a colloquial term for starting now.
Oh, come on, Carl.
I didn't really ever think about the.
Oh, it's been a word for starting a thing for years and years and years.
Wait, is it football? Is it a football thing? I never really thought about
the
etymology.
It could be soccer.
Do they have
Yay, soccer.
Or European football.
Do they have a kickoff in soccer? Like, because they have a kick. I'm talking about kickoff.
Okay, well, they flip a coin and one person.
Yeah. Do they
has the
so
ball.
I think the answer is no. They don't. Do they call it a kickoff? I don't think they do. The kickoff is. I think it's a football thing.
Yeah, I don't think rugby has a kickoff, but I don't know.
No, it's just
as much
football.
about rugby.
Just football.
Just football. Kickoff. So for
Good
the past
old football.
60 years, the kickoff.
We're kicking off the week right now on Mondays.
Yep.
With football. After this, we're gonna play football. No. Hi, how are you doing today, Dan?
I'm doing okay.
I'm
doing okay.
Oh yeah, we talked to you yesterday. You have
some pretty intense news. Yeah, that was my weekend was crazy.
Say, how's the week? That's all I was gonna say. And then it's like, yeah.
Well, it was. The night before, my God, Friday was crazy because the power to the complex went out at 1 in the morning.
Oh, really? Maybe you live in the Lysis complex.
I think I do, because her power went out a few days ago.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I think so.
She gave me a text, and it's like, the senior center location, they didn't have their power go out. What did my power go out? Kind of like telling me about this, and I
knew she lived close.
Well, you don't know about these things, the nature of the universe, so.
Yeah. Well, it would make sense. There have been other things that have been said that.
When did the power go out?
It was. I think it went out right around midnight. I think.
Oh, okay. So nighttime.
Around midnight. Yeah, and it was out for about 2 hours.
Did Puget Sound Energy ever say why?
Oh, they never say why. You call and ask, so what's going on? They'll say, nope. Yeah, that's what they do. Nope, we don't know. We'll find out. And if anyone cares enough, they'll call and ask what was the problem. Good luck.
Wow.
Good luck, grasshopper.
Nighttime. Well, lots of people are probably just sleeping, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I was not. I found all the candles and a couple flashlights and little battery-powered night lights, and I think I'm going to get more.
Uh-huh.
There
It
you
doesn't
go.
go out often in that complex, and over the whole time that I've lived there, it has maybe gone out once every 2 years, maybe, average. It'll go out all over the place elsewhere, but it won't go out at our complex. It lives very, very close to a substation that also feeds the mall.
Mm-hmm.
And that mall is very important to have electricity. And it may be on the same line as the Capital Medical Center as well. So one never knows. One never knows.
Did your landline go out?
Nope.
Did you save your files?
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, I didn't have anything I was doing that required file saving.
Good. How about your fridge? That's what I asked Elias. So you say you keep all your food. I think it was. Like
Yeah, I
a
started to
few
get
hours.
worried after a couple hours.
Yeah.
But you just don't open and close it, and it'll be good for 8 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when they came back though, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun time to pull out all your things, and you remember how much electricity is happening. I mean, we're using so much of it right now on the,
Yeah,
on the
well,
show.
what I did is I couldn't remember what lights were on and what lights were off
Yeah.
at the time. And so I'm like, I got to get up at work in the morning. I need to make sure I don't want all the lights to come on when I wake up and, stuff come on. So I went around shutting off lights and turned off candles and set my phone for 8 o'clock.
It's probably down is off.
Yeah. I've got a couple pull ones, like the
Oh.
one in the kitchen is a pull one. And,
Oh, okay, yeah,
And
so
the one
you
by the
can't tell.
computer is a pull one. Yeah, there's a few of them I can't tell.
So that happened on Friday. What happened
Friday
on Saturday?
night, and then 3 hours later, 3 hours later, I get a phone call
At like 5 a.m.
5:30
Oh yeah.
because I went to bed probably closer to 3,
Wow.
as near as I could tell.
Dang.
Yeah.
5 a.m. phone call, huh?
Yeah, 5:30, I think, 5:30, 5:45, and it was just Chris crying.
Oh, no.
Crying, and are you there? 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 That woke me up.
Mhm.
So I turned on some lights and drank some water and called her back, and my stepson, Robert, passed away. So
Oh, that's her brother, huh?
Yeah, that was her brother. She was very close to him, and it was pretty bad. And he was only 34, and he was doing
Wow.
stuff, and he collapsed. And they don't know why, not until there's some report, but he just collapsed. So, he wasn't an accident or anything. He just
What?
fell down, yeah.
He was seemingly healthy.
Oh, presumably so. I mean, I never talked to him about his health or anything.
Not
and-
like he was like on the edge of death, and then it was like
Well, apparently so.
you can kind of. I mean that can happen. Well, yeah, but that can happen though, right? You can just
Well,
you're feeling fine, and then you're dead.
he made complaints similar to those that people complain about before they get a heart attack.
Oh man, like a numbness or.
He had neck stiffness and he had indigestion.
Ooh.
Yeah, both of them. And he couldn't sleep and thought it was weird. And
I get that. I always think I'm about to have a heart attack.
he went to stand up and go do something and just fell right down.
And
Just
then-
like that, he was unconscious.
Wow.
He may have been unconscious before he hit the ground. Who knows? So they worked on him. They worked on him, but no.
Where-
So.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah.
Do you still talking to your stepson? But I mean, you
Yeah, we
you
would
call
talk
him your
and
real
stuff.
son though, right? I mean, you kind of
Well,
you call it. It's like
I
he's like
got-
your ex stepson or whatever.
Well, it was difficult. It was difficult. We had a difficult relationship. So, he was 4 when I married his mom, and then when I was gone, I was when I left, he was 14. So I was there for about 10 years. And then I kept in contact with him, but not nearly as much. We did some reconciling later when he got older, when he was older. And that made it better. It was good. We talked and we had good conversations and apologies and forgiveness and good things like that. But I didn't see him very often. He had a very different schedule, and he wasn't on Facebook.
Okay.
I think that's a joke. But anyway, I cared about him. I cared about his well-being, and he felt the same way. So, yeah, it's been difficult. So, yeah, but my daughter, she hurts way worse than me, and his wife way more than me, and his kid, way more than me.
Yeah.
So I feel for them at least as much. So
people are dying all around us every day, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like in our neighbors and whoever, and it's part of life. And it's the end of life, but it's people, they will die.
yeah.
When was the last time you talked to him?
2 weeks.
So not that too long ago then, huh?
Yeah.
And
2 weeks,
he was
3 weeks.
He was doing fine then.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just like small talk, chat with him. Or something?
Yeah, and we text each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He was living in Tenino.
Oh yeah, not too far.
But the family was camping in Oregon, so it took a long time for the ambulance to find him.
They were out camping when it happened?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that probably made things more complicated.
This is what I was saying yesterday. Is I know you have so much mental health stuff. I remember Carl. I think when Carl had a close death, almost about a year ago, almost right on the thing.
Yeah.
And I think we asked you about the stages of grief and all this stuff about how to process death and accept it because it's part of life and everything. And I know you're into the whole mental health thing because you did all that stuff.
It helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
I think it's actually been a month to, like, it's been 13 months now.
Yeah. Are you doing the stages?
Which is kind of like so more ironic.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the first best rules with grief is if you're busy, you're in a social situation, there are people around, and you have a big cry coming on, you just go find a spot and just go cry.
Mm-hmm. Let it happen.
Yeah, you got to let it happen. Don't hold it in. When you got to go cry, you just find a spot and go cry as long as you need to cry. It is relieving.
Helpful.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And you compose yourself and go back and continue on for however long until you need another good cry. Yeah, that's an important thing to allow yourself to do. There's a lot of people that just either because they feel embarrassed or they don't like the idea of others seeing them cry or knowing they're crying because it's weakness or something, or they may have their own views about crying and not wanting to or disliking it or trying not to or there's all kinds of reasons for that, but that's the first best thing to do is cry. And a lot of people will go through regrets. They will think about, oh man, I wish we would have blah blah blah, or now I feel really bad because I blah blah blah, or a lot of coulda, shoulda, woulda, a lot of
is that bargaining?
Bargaining?
Yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be bargaining.
They go with regrets.
Yeah, I was going to say, some people will feel terribly guilty. I mean, there's regret, and then there's guilt. And regret is the low-level form. It's like, I feel badly, that I didn't do this thing, or I did do this thing, or something like that.
Like if I did something else, they might still be alive.
Shame ups at an emotional notch. Shame or guilt goes deeper. It's about me not doing a thing is one thing, but shame and guilt is more about me being a bad person for doing that thing or not doing that thing. Mm-hmm. So regret is about your actions specifically, whereas guilt and shame are more about me as a person, my morality, my values, and all this sort of thing. And shame can also come from social pressure. If you don't feel certain things at a certain time, or if you feel a lot of things at other times, sometimes our culture thinks that a person should behave a certain way when they lose a loved one, and when people divert from that, people are like, ooh. And it comes through in their communications with them. They may not say it outright, but there's body language and facial expressions that we all can read fairly well. So, so there's that. But the first rule: cry when you need to cry. You just go right ahead and cry. And talking about it helps. Some people are not extroverted enough to talk much about it, or they'll only talk to really trusting people that they trust emotionally, that they can be open with and not be afraid of being criticized or judged or whatever. Yeah, that person will just listen. So, and that's another good thing too, to do, at least for someone. If you know someone that has gone through some big grief thing, whatever it is, some kind of major loss, listening is helpful. Offering advice, it should be given in, well, when that happened to me, I did blah, 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 and it was helpful. That's good advice. So, yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he was 34. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's too young. But
I mean, car accidents will happen. Yeah. Meteors strike. Buildings start on fire.
Was he a big, a big guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was quite heavy. He was tall. He was taller than me. He was close to 6 foot. Yeah, he was a big guy, but he was also quite. He had some girth on him.
Yeah. Well, look out for a heart attack. That's kind of crazy. But I thought about thinking you can just keel over and die. You're just like walking down the street and you feel fine and you just die.
Well, I think the best way to go is either in your sleep or all of a sudden you.
Yeah. One time, me and Dan, we were walking back from this other studio, and we saw this woman who she had fallen off her bike and hit her head, and she was all delirious and stuff, and we had to get.
She kept asking the same questions over and over again. Yeah, she had applied her front brakes too hard, and so she just flipped right over. Yeah. She held on to the handle, landed smack right on her head.
I thought maybe we were gonna watch her die. It was kind of scary. But
yeah. I was afraid of that. Yeah.
Probably. I guess I don't even really know. But it could happen.
Did you ever find out afterwards if she was okay? I mean, I think I asked you once a while back. This was a couple of years ago.
Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember.
I keep thinking she was getting therapy or something that had messed her up a little bit.
Look out.
Yeah. So listen, when you're riding your bike, don't apply just the front brakes. It's a bad idea because they'll grip and you'll flop forward. And if you continue to hold on to the handles, you'll land on the next thing, which is your head. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna. I get the heart attack symptoms. They always say like, your arm's gonna go numb.
It's on your left side.
I heard
your
like
arm
flu
goes
symptoms
numb.
or something recently or like that too.
There is often indigestion. It's not as common, but there's indigestion, and there is neck stiffness and shoulder stiffness in the upper muscles. Because the major aorta is having trouble. because the heart isn't functioning. The heart is struggling. It's not getting oxygen.
So that's after you. These symptoms you get are
Right before.
okay.
And some people will have little heart attacks and they'll never know it because there are no major outward symptoms.
So what counts then? If it's just like when it gets clogged all the way, and like how do you have a mini heart attack if it doesn't affect you? Then how does you have a heart attack?
Well, some heart attacks will be from arrhythmia, right? You have it's called a QT interval. And if you look at, if you ever seen I think it's a cinescope where you have the line and the heart beats and it goes boop, 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 right? Boop, 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 right? It's boop,
Yeah.
boop, 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 boop.
Flat line.
Yeah.
It's a heart
yeah.
rate monitor.
But that little line, each bend, right, it's a straight line and then it goes up to a point, down to a point. Each of those points have letter designations. And Q through T is part of this heart rhythm stroke,
Hospital.
right? This heart beat. It's part of the beat. And if that beat goes off, if that rhythm goes wonky, the heart will stop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
QT interval. Many mental health psychiatric medications affect the QT interval in a small percentage of the people
Makes
that take
sense
them.
that messing with your metabolism would affect your mind.
Yeah,
To me.
yeah. So that's one way. You can have one of the major arteries or veins burst,
Ooh.
and that will do something. What else? Oh yeah, you get a clot in one of the major veins or arteries that feed the heart the blood supply, the oxygenated blood. If that gets clogged, you'll have a heart attack for sure. If it happens in your brain, it's called a stroke, and if it happens in your heart, I think it's called an aneurysm or embolism, something. I forget the name of it, but you can get a heart clog. So, yeah, there's a few others that I don't know if I can remember or call off right away. But there's a bunch of different things that will do it. So yeah.
And so the funeral, you have a funeral for your son there?
Yeah. Well, I think it's happening. The memorial for that is happening, I think, right around the time that Vaud's memorial is.
Oh yeah.
I may have a double memorial conflict here.
Wow. I saw a tribute to Vaught on TCTV or something.
Yeah.
Right, dude?
Yeah. Well, I think. I didn't know if Robert's playing his, but there's going to be a memorial reel for the memorial, and that'll probably air on TV too. So we found all kinds of footage of stuff that he did.
But yeah, well, I'm sure he actually taught me how to edit videos when I was a little kid.
Really?
Yeah, when I was I was like 10 or something. So
That's way cool, man.
yeah,
That's way cool. I didn't know that.
He was there.
You may have told me, but I may have forgotten. But
he was there for that, and like it was on the video machine, like the linear video to video machine.
I had it on that thing for a couple of years.
Me too. Yeah,
2-3 years, I think.
with the Last of Us, but yeah, that's wild. You know where do you go from that after your deaths in the family? It's like, oh, we're gonna get to the rest of the stuff, and after that, I mean, you're here on the program, you're going through with your life. That happens to you. Can't just like stop your life, and maybe you want to and sit in a corner and cry, I guess, or whatever. But you're doing stuff, getting out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Is that Mumsy? Is that related to that guy?
No.
That's not his grandmother.
No.
Okay.
That was my second marriage.
Okay.
I was married to Jenny and the kids for 10 years, and then for a couple of years I bounced around. And then I got together with Cherie, and Mumsy is her mom.
Okay. Wow. Well, let's play the dice game.
Yay, the dice game. Very interesting
I don't
what
know
you're
if
doing
Robin's
there,
ever on the
Carl.
program, I think.
Well, I think that, with the background being keyed out, that you would want to have action or dynamicism going on. You wouldn't want
good
something
background
to be static all the time.
Yeah, moving it around. I think the only person
Because, that's TV anyway.
yeah, I think John Horseman is the only person who was ever on the program and is now dead. So, yeah.
Was Vaught ever on the program?
I don't think he ever was on the program. He was doing his own thing somewhere. Here we go.
So the dice are now in a new location.
Well, they don't have to be.
Oh no, I was just taking note. That's
Oh yeah,
all.
I think we should put them back on the table actually. Or is there room there? Is it?
There is.
What about that in the family? Oh. Here we go. We're rolling the dice. What's it gonna be? You're gonna make your wishes or whatever. 6.
Oh,
I lost.
I shouldn't be singing my wishes then. That's probably why that just didn't work.
How'd you do, Carl?
He is
Oh,
a
you
winner.
did. You won. Carl won it.
The winner, sir.
You got
You
500
have
points.
won 500 points, or 1,000 half points,
Yeah, you want to play that game?
or 2,000
Yeah, right.
quarter points.
Yeah. We got some voicemails. Did you see anything else on the streets maybe before that or regular stuff?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, Saturday was a crazy day. Then, so I talked to Chris and all that, and then I go to work. I had to go to work, and so I went to work all day, and then immediately after work, me and Max went down to the Fishtail, and we had a little bit of food and a beer, and then we went to this event. It was Dancing with the Stars of South Sound.
Oh yeah, Freddie
And-
told us about this one.
Yeah, and my boss Deb was one of the contestants, and she won.
It's like the family is on the couch with us. But then can you kind of try to get
Oh wow, that's cool.
try to get the family on the almost yeah.
Hello, wait, well, oh, hello there. Hello, how are you? Oh, wait, oh, nope.
They're kind of big now, but
Hello.
Dave and Dan.
Here, I'm gonna poke you in the ear. That way. Yeah, poke, 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 poke. You've been poked, Mr. Poke, poke, poke.
Deb was in it, right?
Yeah, she did a I would say a fast waltz. I think maybe. Something like that. But she had a great costume and it was a lot of fun. And
She won it.
yeah, and then I came home. I was exhausted.
How do they know who wins?
They did. The judges gave them points. 7, 8, 9, whatever. Deb's original points by the judges was up fairly high, but then they did. They polled the audience. Everyone in the audience filled out a thing, and they counted those. Yeah, I voted for Deb.
She probably had a lot of support.
She did good. She did really good.
Wow, yeah, winning. That's exciting. And you were exhausted and went back home, and then is there more to the story, or?
I don't know if I remember what I did after that.
All right.
Except go to sleep. And the next day, my upstairs neighbor, she was really kind. She made me dinner.
Ooh.
She's really nice.
What was
I'll
it?
miss
What'd
her
she
when
make?
she moves. Oh, it was corned beef and a bunch of vegetables,
Ooh, dang.
and she threw sweet potatoes
Why
in
did I
it.
ask?
It was
I don't want to eat it.
Thank you,
good.
neighbor.
Hi, kitties. This is Dan. He's going back by.
All right, Dan. Oh, here we got one more from him too.
Sweet.
Half my head is missing.
Hi,
No.
kitties. This is Dan.
Yeah.
He's going back by.
Because you're looking in profile, I mean, that's going to... Or,
Look, no, half is missing. See?
Oh,
Back
yeah.
half.
No,
See, there's my
it's not keyed out.
the back is gone.
Yeah, it's keyed out.
Well,
move the
not
camera.
when you do.
Move the camera a little bit. Yeah, see, look. Yeah, put on.
Okay, now it's keyed out. Yes. And now
My
the
head
head would
is
be.
missing.
Oh boy.
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
This is Dan Dobler. The mailbox belonging to Dan Dobler is full and cannot accept new messages this time. Leave a callback number, press 5. Try to call again later.
The mailbox belonging to
Dan Dobler is full and can no longer
cannot
accept new
accept
messages.
new messages at this time. To leave a callback number, press 5. Or please try again later.
You have to figure
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
out. Goodbye.
Have you ever thought you were gonna die?
Me?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, a
either
bunch
of
of
you.
times. Yeah. Oh yeah, a bunch of times.
Like
What? Oh, I was climbing a cliff and I almost fell.
whoa, yeah.
I would have died for sure. Yeah, it wasn't a real steep one, but I lost my grip on one hand and I'm like, whoa! And I caught a piece of rock. Yeah, and I looked down. I didn't realize how high up I had climbed because I was just climbing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where would this be at?
This was in southern Alberta. There are a number of ravines, and there are little outcrops of rock here and there. And me and my friends, we're climbing around, checking it out. I'd never been there before. This is cool. So
Did you like tell your friends like, hey, I almost died just now? Or did you keep to yourself?
well, I said I almost fell, and they're like, "Whoa, dude! You know that's about it."
Oh, dude, you would have
Whoa,
been dead.
dude. Yeah.
Did you have a moment of...
a couple times in a car?
But
where I saw an
on that time,
oncoming-
did you think were you like... Did you think about death or whatever? You're like,
Oh
this
no,
is
I
my
was
death.
I was highly religious at the time.
Oh, yeah.
I blamed angels
Okay, whoa. So
for
like,
saving me.
like
somehow.
did you have like when you were about to fall and you're like, here I come, Jesus. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There are a couple other times I was in a very high place, and
That's what it's good
Whoa.
for. Maybe the religious stuff though, when in times of death and grief, and you have something to think about.
well, I figure God saved me.
Yeah.
I was somehow special, important, needed saving. I had something important to do in my life. He didn't want me gone yet, so something. I don't know. There have been a couple near misses in cars.
Uh huh.
Thought for sure I was dead.
Oh yeah. You like a full-on wreck, and then you thought you were dead or what?
Yeah. Oh, just no. The car was coming straight at me,
Uh huh.
and I didn't know if I would have had time to move. And we swerved both just right, just in the nick of time.
Why?
The last one, the asshole was texting.
Oh yeah. Did you see that?
No.
Motherfucker. Yeah. I should have pulled a Yui and ran him down and beat his ass.
Well, that's not gonna help anybody.
No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, actually. But hopefully he got a good enough scare that maybe he put the stupid phone down,
Well, maybe, but yeah, I'm not sure. You got so many different close calls within your life, and then you're like, oh, okay, life is good now. I'll pick up my phone again, and then that's when you get hammered. You get absolutely creamed, and there's no climb back from life then.
Oh, there was this one time, it was a few years ago. This one time, a few years ago, I was sitting at the computer. It was like midnight or 1 or whatever. I'd had a couple drinks, but I wasn't drunk or anything. I just a little buzz, and I started getting super dizzy. I was getting disoriented. I was feeling weird pains.
Mm-hmm.
And I called 911, right? It wasn't going away. I'm like, this is weird. This is bad. I should get help.
Like,
so
this is the big one. Like,
I
Stanford
started thinking about that. Yeah, like this is my last moments.
Did he say, Jesus, I'm coming for you? Is that where I got that?
No.
Jesus, I'm coming for you. It's the big one.
I wasn't religious anymore, so it's more like, I don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll have any experience at all after I die. I have no idea. So I called 911 and I crawled to the front door and I crawled out my apartment and then leaned up against the wall. And I don't know what I was thinking. I think what I was thinking was that I wanted to be found quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't want them to knock at the door for a while, right? The EMT people. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's really cool. So I climbed out because they asked me, "Why did you climb out there?" I'm like, "I didn't want to die in my apartment."
Yeah.
That's what I told them.
You want to die outside? How drunk were you? Like,
what? 2 beers? Is that drunk? Not for me.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I wouldn't have been safe to drive, but I could certainly navigate a straight line.
yeah, but it wasn't like, this guy is drunk.
No.
Like when they found you. No,
So
okay.
they took all my readings. All my readings were normal. Everything was normal. Heart, brain. They did a bunch of stuff. So I don't know what that was.
So yeah, I mean, you're just like, I feel bad, and then you went to the hospital and did all this stuff, and then like, you're fine.
Oh,
You're just fine. Nothing wrong with you.
Yeah,
at all.
but before that, I had this other crazy experience. I was sitting in the same computer chair as a computer, and I suddenly had to take a crap, really bad, and it was really painful. It wasn't like you were about to have diarrhea. It was a different kind of pain. It was a weird pain. It was up my spine. And
Ew.
I'm like, I got to go to this is a bathroom call. And and I got up off the chair and I didn't even make it a step and I went down. I was unconscious. I don't know how long I was out. I had a bruise on my arm because I hit the side of the desk.
Ouch.
And I woke up and I looked around and I'm like, well, that was weird. What happened? And I didn't crap my pants, so that was a good thing.
That's good.
And
it's always a good feeling.
Yes, it is. Having crappy pants, that's the worst, man.
Oh, yes.
So anyway, I got up and I'm like, that was weird. I wasn't in pain. I didn't feel any discomfort. I was up for maybe an hour afterwards, walking around. Oh, that was weird. And then I went to bed.
Oh.
I'm tired. And I went to bed. And then I told people afterwards, I had this weird thing. I fainted.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, Dad, why didn't you call a doctor, you dumbass? Blah, blah, blah. You should have called a doctor.
I don't think you should ever call. I mean, yeah. You
didn't, blah, blah, blah. So I called my doctor and I said, I had this weird thing happen last night. Can I schedule a look-see?
Uh-huh.
So they looked and they said most likely what it was the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve runs up in front of your spine. It's a central nerve, and people faint when this vagus nerve gets squeezed by a small muscle group, by a certain group of muscles. If they tighten in a certain way, you'll faint. I had a coworker that fainted for the same reason. He was like, "Oh God, I need to take a crap," and then whoop, he fell down.
Whoa.
Yeah, because it's a pain that's lower down in your intestines and back a ways, so a little closer to your spine. So you associate that area. Yeah. Other people, when they are highly surprised, like shocked, something shocks them, they'll faint. Other people, if they're
from that same thing kind of thing. It's from the Vegas. It's like your pants. They're like,
they tense up, and some of the muscles they put pressure on the vagus nerve, and it turns your lights out for about a minute.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Were your glasses knocked off?
Why, yes. Yes, they
Oh,
were. No,
they're-
actually, I think I bent, the
Oh.
ear part or something. I'm not sure. I didn't go far. I mean, I started to get up off the chair, and I was into the first step, and I just went forward. So I
what-
was doing some
Wow.
forward momentum. Oh, I had a great rug burn on my forehead.
The doctor
Ouch.
so
just
there
said,
was some slidage of the skull.
doctor said you're okay. Just like, you're fine. Again, after the vagus nerve thing, or did you?
Yeah, you're fine.
How
Oh,
long
I got
ago
a
did
CAT
this
scan.
happen?
I got a CAT scan out of the deal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they sit you in a big
What's that
old
like?
tube, and it was boom, 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 boom.
get
boom,
naked for
boom,
that?
boom. No,
You know, you
they
just wear
never
your clothes?
asked. I was willing, but they never
Yeah,
asked.
but you just wear your regular clothes. You don't take out like your shirt.
Even the belt?
No, you put on a gown thing.
Oh,
You can
okay.
keep your underwear on.
They even give you a hospital gown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's made for
one of
it or
those cloth
something.
things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're clean, right? They don't got perfumes or oils or stuff on them. So
They
that's why
probably
yeah.
see through to the machines or whatever. So
I'm sure you would need to remove your belt, though.
Did you? Well, you had to wear the hospital gown.
Yeah.
You couldn't just wear your clothes on the machine. So then you wear your hospital gown. You go in there. Did they have to sedate you or anything before you get in the machine?
No, I just couldn't move when they were doing the boom, boom, boom,
They're
boom,
just
boom,
like,
boom,
okay,
boom.
change your clothes, and then they come in here and get into this crazy machine room, and they like put you on the gurney or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they slide you. You lay on this thin little pad, this long pad, and it's got this kind of round thing, and then they slide you into this giant fat donut.
It's like the machine does it though. It's like
Yeah, well, the machine sends out radio waves that the water molecules in your body react to, and so it can scan for soft tissue. It looks at soft tissue. X-rays look at bones because the bones have metals, calcium, potassium, and that sort of thing, and so they reflect the X-rays. And so in the X-ray photographs, that's why they look white. But the soft tissue doesn't have so much of that, and so it's harder to see through. And so they use this other radio wave generator, and it bounces off your soft tissue, and they literally take slice pictures of your brain. And it's got a big super cooled. That's why it's a big donut, because there are these big coils that induce this major magnetic field to produce these radio waves. And they're coordinated, so that's how it gets the 3D view. And that is I think there was a CT scan actually. That's what I'm describing. I think is a CT scan.
Did you get the pictures of your?
Tomographic. Pardon?
Did you get the pictures of your body afterwards?
Oh
Like,
yeah, It took a while. The program that they use to store the images is proprietary, and so unzipping those photos to look at them, you've got to find a program that recognizes those particular kinds of files as photographs.
So
So you can't look at your pictures.
Yeah, they make it difficult.
You probably could find it online if you look for the.
Yeah, I got help. I asked the IT guy at work, John. He figured out a way.
But you
pretty
got
quick.
You got the pictures though.
Yeah. Yeah. I posted a few of them on Facebook. I thought it was really funny. But I got to look at every picture of my brain, and it looks normal to me.
What are you gonna do with it? Nothing. Or what do you just sit on
Oh,
your
I
computer
keep
now,
thinking in terms of art.
Yeah.
Seeing if I could do some art, some kind of art with the photos.
That seems like a classic artist thing to do.
yeah. Wow.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah, I could make art out of it. So.
Now it's info time.
You're watching your Daily Hour with me. It's our hour-long hyperlife call-in television talk show on the radio that were recorded every day. That in Thurston County, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 on leap years. YDHWM began on September 19, 2010. Tapes a week in advance. So if you're watching this on TCTV channel 22 at 11:30 p.m., this episode taped on the same weekday of the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped on the same day of the month of the previous year. You can also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. And you might click on the program, especially you, We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384 and leave a message. We'll play your message on the next episode and call you back. Thank you.
Your daily out with me.
Yeah.
Speaking of creating art, Dan,
Yes.
I'm doing art every day until Arts Walk.
Hey, try again.
Good.
Do this.
Good.
So,
Do that too?
during the third dice game, I'm sure.
Or what about this dice game? It's the second one. Here we go. We're gonna play the second dice game right now. Right now, Carl's in the lead with 500 points.
Okay, I'm really wishing for a 3 now. I want 2 of them to be 3s. I need 2 3s.
Here we go.
Wish I may, wish I might. 2 3s for me tonight. See,
6. What's the other one? 2. 6 and 2. I lost. Carl got another 500 points.
wow, you got 1,000 points. Or 2,000 half points. Or 4,000 quarter points. Hey, you know what? I could do it metric, right?
No, we don't do that here.
Like a point is a meter.
We're in America now, Dan. Go. You can go back to Canada and do that kind of thing.
Well, we do some metric round these pots round here.
Oh, hey. This is Bird. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Bird.
Hey, Bird.
And I'm calling because I wanted to share some news
Okay.
that I saw recently about the weather.
Oh yeah.
And I read an article that says there have been
That's the same one.
5 Category 5 hurricanes already this season, and that's the earliest that has happened since they've been keeping records. And the prior record was in June, so it's like a full month early.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
yeah, hope you're doing well. Have a good night. And thanks for doing the program. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Bye.
Happy New Year. Here we go, calling him Bird back. I think he might be sleeping right now, but I'm calling back anyway. Hello.
Please leave your message for 36.
La 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 la.
Hey, Bird, it's the program. We're calling you. You can call us back.
What is that, Carl?
The state capitol.
Yeah, but it looks...
Oh, it's painted with
Sleeping. Bye.
digital paint. I do one art technique every day. Tomorrow I'm gonna do
That's
a cartoon.
cool, man.
And
That's really cool.
Yeah, and then on Wednesday I'll do watercolor.
Carl's showing us his stuff.
That's great,
Oh,
Carl.
it's getting hot in here. I'm uncomfortably
Is
hot
the
right
window
now.
open?
Yeah, the window's always open. But the heat is coming on to us. We're moving into the season. I'm not.
Leftover heat from the day. It was warm.
I'm unhappy about that. I don't want this to happen.
I did my speed walk. It was great.
I want it to
great
stay
out.
cooler.
I did that today.
How was that?
It was great.
Yeah? How far did you go?
About 5 kilometers.
Oh, what? What's that?
Or approximately 3 miles.
3 miles? Okay.
Approximately. They're pretty close to each other. They're off by a little bit. Yeah, there's a little park, and it has a pathway, and going around 3 times is about a mile. So, yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So I'll do that once, and then I'll go through the neighborhood. I've got a route I go through. And
how fast do you do 3 miles in?
On good days, for some reason, I can do that in around half an hour.
3 miles in half an hour?
Yeah.
So that is
10 miles an hour.
10 miles an hour. That's pretty fast, I think, for walking especially. Yeah, it seems fast.
Well,
Yeah.
wait, no, 3 miles in half an hour. That's like 6 miles an hour.
Okay, that seems...
Because I did 3 miles in half an hour, so double that. That'd be 6 miles an hour.
6 makes more sense.
Yeah.
3 or 10. I was like, wow, that's a fast walk. That's
Well, you can go 1 mile an hour.
Math crime with that one. So
I think going,
I'm sure some people
going
go
10
1
would be,
1 mile
walking
per
would be
hour.
like, that guy's walking so fast right now. It would be like
those speed walkers that you see, they just go so fast.
how fast those
Hey,
Olympic-
that
I
reminds
don't
me of
think
Bill
I walk
Nye.
10 miles an hour. Pardon?
That reminds me of Bill Nye.
Why?
Speed walker.
Yeah.
What?
Almost live.
Oh yeah, because speed
Yeah,
walking is kind of
speed
funny. I think
walker.
we've talked about this before when Dan's brought up his speed walking. It's a little silly looking,
Yeah.
but you don't
Well,
you don't do like this whole like,
Well, to walk quickly, you have to have fluidic motion. So yeah, my hips
you do the
move a
speed
little bit
walking,
more.
like-
I don't do the arm pumping because I think it looks lame.
yeah, it's silly. It's I think it's inherently silly.
I swing my arms as far as I need to swing them, and I just walk as fast as I can. I'm not doing the heel toe thing or any of that nonsense. I just walk as fast as I can. And the idea is it works every major muscle group in my body, and that's what needs to happen. And I need to be able to do it in 30 minutes. I haven't gone on a speed walk in like a week, I think, or 2 maybe. It's been way too long. I should do them about twice a week. So I didn't go as fast, and it took me 40 minutes. I did stop to pet a cat though, so there was that. And my stupid earbud thing kept falling out, so I stopped a bunch of times for that. So that was annoying. So
Headphones?
yeah.
Yeah.
Filled a MP3 player up with the dance beats.
Whoa. Let's look at this. It's a commercial from last year.
All right.
Your daily hour with
You fuck. I just took a hit of weed, motherfucker.
Oh wow, it's the commercial.
And we're talking to Mr. Ginsu and
No, not.
John Webster.
John Webster. And
You're not.
Sam
We
is
are.
going to be on the program a little bit later on in the week.
Ooh, I lost that switch.
No, we ain't.
11:30 and 2 a.m. on TCTV channel That's that one. 22 and
Was that
Call
in the garage?
106.5 FM on
Yeah.
channel on 2 a.m.
Oh wow.
No.
This was last year?
Yeah.
Yes. Nothing. June.
Huh.
We are officially in the garage last year. Which is about right because, started really getting these balmy days
Yeah.
during that time.
Also, today I forgot to say that it's Memorial Day.
Ooh.
All right.
Time to share in memory.
So it's called Friday. I think Memorial has something to do with
Memorialize.
like the military.
Well,
Yeah.
remember the military.
Well, I think it's remembering the dead or something.
Yeah.
Remembering all the soldiers that died in American wars.
Yeah.
They don't do Memorial Day in Canada.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, for Canadian soldiers.
Yeah. I
During the
think
same
it's
period of the calendar year.
I think it's the same day.
Sweet.
In both Canada and the U.S., major holidays like Memorial Day and President's Day, they've moved around over the years. They've changed them a little bit over the years. So like Canada Day moved around for a little while. And Victoria Day, I think that's always been the same. There's a couple other British-born holidays. Essentially, they're Canada inherited them from Britain. So there's that.
Hey, you've reached Freddie
But I think
Dilbert.
Memorial
I
Day is
can't
the
come to the
same
phone right
day.
now, but if you leave me a nice message, then I will
Wait a
call
minute.
you back as soon as I can. Thanks a
Canada
lot.
inherited them from Britain.
A bunch of holidays.
Hey,
yeah.
Freddy's program calls back. Promise Lumen. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Canada. Most of Canada's holidays are the same as the U.S. We don't have President's Day because
right.
But I think we have Victoria Day. That's one. Queen Victoria.
Prime Minister
Her
Day.
birthday. No Prime Minister Day. No Premier Day. Prime Minister is a federal government and Premier is a provincial government.
What's that?
Same as a state. You can have a prefecture.
Provincial.
Yeah. You can have a prefecture. You can have a province. You can have a state. You can have. There's one other name for divisional land. It's fairly
Freddy's phone
large.
is back. Hello.
Hey, program.
Hey, Freddie.
Are you awake? Did we wake you up?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go back to sleep?
Not quite. 1 second. Okay. Hey, guys.
Hey, you.
St. Helens Eruption Day.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know that? Oh, Carl, you knew. That's good.
Well, I said that before the program. It was like sometimes I need to know what the date is before we start taping.
Well, hey, Freddie, do you want to go back to sleep?
I put on my that thing. I'm walking in the hallway.
What were you? What was happening when you were sleeping?
I don't know. I was having some kind of dream. I can't get back to it now, though.
Oh, okay.
Was it a good one or a bad one?
Well, you can't get back to it. You want to? You're in the hallway, so I want to get you back to sleep. I thought maybe you weren't gonna answer because it was nighttime.
Hey, Freddie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know. Today I really wanted to answer the program because it's the 35th year of Mount St. Helens eruption.
Yeah. Well, I've been up there. I've been into the lava tubes and stuff.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
The ape caves.
Yeah.
I love hearing. I wish I was around it, experience its eruption because I've heard it's really cool.
Were you guys here for that? Were you two here around Washington for that?
I was in southern Alberta, and it was a perfectly sunny, blue, cloudless sky. And from the southwest, this big, gray something just ended up covering the sky. It didn't move fast enough for you to be able to see it move, but it just covered the entire sky.
All the way in Canada, huh?
Yeah, southern Alberta.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was in Wisconsin at that point.
Was that uncanny? Did you look up in the sky and say, "What the heck? Is this aliens? Is it like are we being attacked or are we dying?" Like, you never know if it's poison. You know, it's like lucky that it wasn't a poisonous volcano like they've had in the far past.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the microscopic pumice though is kind of poisonous. I mean, you shouldn't breathe that stuff.
No, but some volcanoes give off vast quantities of carbon dioxide.
Oh yeah. What did you think when you saw the cloud? I mean, you were in the Mormons back then, right?
Yeah. I didn't know what it was. It was gray like a cloud, and I thought, oh, maybe it's a weird cloud coming in.
How long would it have been until you would have known the news about it?
Oh, when I went inside, there was a TV on.
Oh, hey, it's
they were talking about it. I found out pretty quick what it was.
Oh, wow. I feel like there was something else I was trying to say today, but I don't know. I guess I'll have to call back tomorrow.
Hey, do you want to pick a number first?
Yeah, I'll pick a 6.
Hey, you got 1,000 points.
Yay.
What is it? 6? Wow. Wait, 6, 5. What is it? 2.
How many 6s? 2 6s.
I think 6s took it, but Dan got a 3 and I got a 5, but 6s took it. You won.
You are a winner.
Thanks, program. How's the new? Is everything working good with the new switcher?
It's working.
Production end is going great.
Good. I want to get a video.
5, 4,
the hour-long video.
Okay, I'm gonna get some videos too. Yeah.
1,703.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, bye. I'm going back to sleep.
Sweet dreams. Good night.
Okay, sleep well.
YDHWM.com. 360-836-1384.
Leave a message.
Crew, you guys want to be on the crew and do anything if you want, though. Deborah, Doug Tucker, Elizabeth, Icarus, Olga, Redbird, Sid, Z-Name, UFFBI, TCTV, thank you, Crystal Ball, La Bebe, Jordan E, Fabulous, Thurston County Washington State, USA, thanks. Viewers only. Hell yeah, dog.
Woof woof.
Bye. Coming up on the next episode of the program.
Your daily hour with me.
Yeah. Whoa, everybody. It's the program. Commercial.
Oh, damn.
Where are we? What's happening? Today we talked to John Webster.
Whoopsie.
And we talked to some convenience stores. We tried to get some hot dogs at.
Someone was telling us that they got 2 different machines. I don't believe that! 11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. on TCTV Channel 22.
Check it out.
360-836-4384. But don't call because we're dead.